Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I made this video to showcase how powerful our Delta X indicator is. As I was doing some market analysis this morning, I loaded up our indicator on the Bitcoin CME futures chart, and I've noticed on the 4 hour that our double X indicator fired right on the exact all-time high candle of Bitcoin before the big market liquidation event. As you can see here, we didn't have any other alerts. That was the one and only sell alert that we had, which lines up perfectly right with that top 4 hour candle. And I wanted to showcase just how amazing this indicator performs as a reversal tool. It's by no means a buy or sell indicator, but using it with some basic analysis like we have here, you can get yourself into some amazing high trades. So just here we have Bitcoin on the 4 hour, and as you can see, it was in a big range. What we had was a big high elevation in open interest, which with price moving up shows strength. But we can also acknowledge that there's a lot of leveraged longs in this drive up, that if price was to reverse, that would be great fuel for a move down, as they were forced to close their positions. And as you can see, price broke out, our indicator fired, so we had elevated open interest levels. We were at range higher. You could look for a potential SFP or deviation of that range with a backside retest to get your entry. One thing I like to pair our indicator up with is CVD reversals. So using the aggr.trade website with CVD, this is that exact moment there. And as you can see, CVD was making a lower high whilst price is making a higher high, giving you that divergence, that exhaustion, and just another entry, another confluence marker to take that trade. Another feature on our indicator, well, firstly, briefly, it's just a volume delta indicator. I've coded in a special mix of divergence, price action, RSI, and there's quite a few different features to it. Without going too deeply into it, first there is the highlighted candles, which show divergence with price. We have our rays, which a green ray would indicate a potential buying area, and a red ray indicating a potential selling area. They're basically high volume with different RSI conditions. And then we have our premium indication, which is the double X, and that's a concoction of a lot of the things that I've just talked about. And when they show up, it's a high probability of a reversal. So if you can just use some basic TA with these, you can get yourself into some great positions. And as you can see, price rolled over, and all those long leverage positions on the open interest chart here were forced to close, which fueled this move down. So that, if that happens to be the all-time high of this cycle, I'm going to be very proud of this indicator that we've built. But let's hope that it's not, and this reclaim of this range here continues on. I unfortunately didn't catch that trade, as this is the first time I've used it on the CME futures chart, and this alert didn't come up on the Binance chart. This volume delta chart isn't aggregated. Don't think it's possible to be made on TradingView. So you're going to get different information on every different exchange. But I did happen to capture some longs through this area, just to zoom in a bit closer. So this is, well, I'll show you an example on the 30-minute. So that was a big liquidation event. Then it had that bounce and rolled back over. And I had this weekly level marked out on the chart, and as you can see, double X fired right into that level, and we've had a very nice reaction from there. This is the single X, which is a simpler version of this. It's not directional, they just show up. It doesn't tell you if it's a sell or a buy like the double X does. But with some basic TA, we had an SFP. I'm sure you could find some level there that you wanted to trade. Like here, it was a developing weekly. You definitely could have found enough to take a short off that. I've actually taken an entry off the previous weekly value area low here with another indicator that I'm trialing out, which is basically divergences, and that was a buy there, which is my entry from there. That's the result so far. I took some profit off here, and I'm looking for a full rotation to the previous weekly high. So that's that. It works on different time frames. That's the 30-minute. I can even show you on the 5-minute. I'm sure there's some good examples here. Yeah, as you can see, the X fired right up there on that high there. Value area high, getting the X with one of those rays. It's a great entry. Double X here on that pump. Just scrolling back, see if there's anything else. Yeah, we had another double X there after this big scam pump there. I actually took a short on some altcoins around this level because I had seen the double X. It was the previous week value area high here with the anchored VWAP. It was just enough confidence for me to take a trade there. Anyway, that's a quick overview of our indicator. I'm going to make a few more videos on how it works and examples. Got a great example of our indicator picking some all-time highs on altcoins on higher time frame charts like the weekly. It also works on some stocks, and it's an extremely powerful indicator that I would love to share with you all to help increase your trading profits. Right, thanks for listening, guys, and catch you on the next one.